Good morning, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. I hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's doing fine on this lovely Saturday morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you, guys. Before I start, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to smash a like on the video. If you guys can do that for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Well, you know what? It's never a quiet day with Manchester United, is it? You know, just when you thought, you know what? It's been relatively quiet for Man United. Something, a bombshell happens, isn't it? Not least yesterday in regards to the Antony situation. We had apparently accepted a 25 million offer for Antony plus a 50% sell-on clause. Then, you know what? Our joy was short-lived. As usual, our joy is short-lived. And basically, Batiste can't afford the transfer fee because Antony wants to be paid what he is owed at the football club, which is around 6 million euros, around that much money, guys. Apparently, he's owed that in his contract. And, you know, the guy didn't play for Man United. He hasn't played for Man United for a while. And this just goes to show you, no matter what, no matter whether they're desperate to leave, they really want to move to this football club. This football club are going to buy them. And then they can't afford the transfer. They want more money. They want more money. Mercenaries, absolute mercenaries. These guys are all the same. All the same. Sancho, Rashford, Antony, Garnacho. I mean, at least Garnacho didn't hold the club to ransom and say, you know what, give me some money for my contract. You know what I mean? And things like that. They're already rich enough and they still want more money. It's madness, isn't it? And he would jeopardize his career, basically going to Batiste with the World Cup looming. He would jeopardize that for money, a bit of money from Manchester United. Now, this works both ways. It is to do with Batiste and it is to do with Antony. My biggest bone is, regardless about the stipulations and stuff, what Antony wants, why have they waited until the last few days of the transfer window to discuss this, to declare this? Are they trying to be smart? Are they trying to call Man United's bluff? Have they looked at the Sancho transfer and thought, maybe we can push Man United a little bit more because, I mean, sorry, not the Sancho transfer, the Garnacho transfer. Maybe they looked at the Garnacho transfer and thought, maybe we can push Man United a little bit more. I mean, they only accepted 40 million for Garnacho. Let's try our luck, you know? Look, guys, I know that, you know, we need to sell Antony, but I'm going to say it like this. If they're going to stick to this, leave Antony in the reserves. I'm going to be honest, guys. Leave Antony in the reserves. We can't replace him anyway. We can't replace him anyway. Look, it's bloody hell. It's Saturday. Monday is when the window is closed. We can't replace Antony anyway. So do not bow down to their stipulations. I mean, Real Batiste stipulations. Let him rot in the reserves. If he wants to play, he's more than welcome to play and train and earn his spot in the team. But if not, let him rot in the reserves because they've left this until the last minute. And that I understand, right, in regards to Ineos and stuff like that. I understand the disgruntlement in regards to that. Absolutely. But you know what? Another saga in the Manchester United ever-growing list of sagas in this transfer window. Absolutely amazing, isn't it? When you're thinking about it, guys. Really wanted to start off the show on a positive note. Woke up in the morning, saw this, and there's a reason, guys, I didn't go live for the Antony announcement when they said they've accepted the offer because I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it wasn't going to happen. And look, right now, the way things are right now, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, guys. It looks like Antony has lost his opportunity because Manchester United may not pay up unless they meet somewhere in the middle. I don't think they're going to pay. I don't think they're going to pay him the full amount of money. And as we know of Antony, he's not a stranger to going on the sue business, obviously going to court and things like that. Let's not forget, Antony was backed by Manchester United and by the fans when he had to go to Brazil for his case against his ex-girlfriend or something like that. It was Manchester United who were backing him, you know. And this is what goes to show you: rats will be rats. Rats will be rats. Rodents will be rodents at the end of the day. And we have got an infestation of rodents at this football club, and it needs to end now, guys. Let me say good morning to my legends, guys. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I hope you're doing well. Now, look, listen. There wouldn't be a morning without a good old rant, wouldn't there, at the end of the day? Big up, Tyborg. How you doing, brother? I'm going to get to you, man. John O'Connor is believe happened. I'm going to get to that. Let me read my brother Tyborg's comments out. My biggest problem with some of our fans and pundits is when they say Amram was backed and still no results in 200 million. It's not backing. These days, it is. It was in 2005. But today, teams spend that much in January. Exactly. You look how much Arsenal are spending. They're embarrassing us. You look at Liverpool are spending. They're embarrassing us. We are being embarrassed in this transfer market. And you could throw all the analogies out there about European football and stuff like that. God damn it, we're Manchester United, for goodness sake. We came 15th last season. We needed to build this. We needed to spend $500 million. Minimum. 500 million what it should have been. Absolutely. Tyburg. Big teams will have over 200 million in the window. Meanwhile, the United leadership thinks 200 million is enough after finishing 15 last season, and people fall for it. Mate, this is the problem, isn't it? This is the problem within the fan base, certain sections of the fan base. And let me tell you why, Tyburg. Because a certain section of those fan base were so up Ineos's backside that they're not going to turn against them. They're not going to, change their opinion because it makes them look weak when they change their opinion. So they have this opinion about Ineos. So Ineos can't do no wrong. So basically, you know what? Everything Ineos do, it's not their fault if they do it wrong. It's not their fault. They tried, blah, blah, blah. They tried, but they failed. That is the bottom line. That is, at the end of the day, I tried to pass my exam. I tried to pass my driving test. It failed. It doesn't matter. You failed, you failed. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you failed. You're not going to be driving on the road. That's it. At the end of the day, you failed it. You're not good enough. And that's what I would say in regards to them. 200 million is peanuts. 200 million we spent under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We spent 600 million on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We're looking at things now, guys. We're looking at things now. And I've got a tweet which which was written very well by someone. And I want to read this out to you. Okay, so put this in perspective. It took Pep 10 signings in 2 years, plus 600 million into an already Premier League winning team. It took Klopp 5 years, plus 20 signings to win it. Everyone loves the idea of a rebuild until the time to go through one. Then they all cry because their favorite players have been touched. Exactly. And this is what we're talking about. Player FC, this, that, and the other, this and that and the other. You just look at those numbers there. Pep had 10 players, 600 million invested into him in 2 years. Ruben Amorim is how much has Ruben Amorim had? 200, if we're like 150. 150 to 200 million he's had spent on him. Absolutely madness. Madness. No right wing back, no midfielder, no goalkeeper so far, and the defense. Now, people are asking me a lot about the Seny Lamens deal. The Seny Lamens deal will be completed this weekend, guys. The Seny Lamens deal will be completed. But you know why the Seny Lamens deal is dragging on? You know why it's dragging on? Because this is my theory. This is not a fact, but this is my theory. My theory is the Seny Lamens deal is dragging on because they don't want to buy a midfielder. And if they drag it on, they've run out of time. Oh, sorry, guys. We've ran out of time. Sorry, lads. Sorry. Maybe next summer. You know what I mean? That's what it is at the end of the day. And that's what we're feeling at the moment. Big up Tyborg, my friend. Big up my friend. Tyborg, for what 200 million is enough for, just to please some blind and naive fans that are on the right track, Amram, that we are on the right track. Amram was not backed. Guys, Slot, Pep, and Arteta was. Amram was not. And we're the biggest club out of all of them. We're the biggest club, and we finished the worst last season. In theory, shouldn't Liverpool be spending less because they're already champions? But they've already added to their already World Championship squad. We're looking at things now, and we have to look at things realistically. We're in a stage where we have players who cannot turn up for Grimsby. That's what we have right now. We have half that team. You know who they are, who've been playing for this football club for years, who cannot turn up against Grimsby. They can't turn up against Grimsby. And that is what I'm talking about. It's madness, isn't it? Big up, Tyble. Thank you for your run. John O'Connell, thank you, mate. In regards to Baleba, look, guys, deadline day madness. Let's wait and see, guys. There may be a deadline day madness. Look, this is the only way that Ineos, I feel, that can save themselves, is that they go out on deadline day and absolutely blow the bloody doors off, as Michael Caine once said. And that's what they got to do. I feel like they need to absolutely take their finger out and make some deals on Monday. Yes, we know we're going to get Seny Lamens. Well done for dragging it out so long. You know what I mean? But now, hopefully, Man United may come in with an offer for Baleba, may come in for an offer for Lamine Kamara or Nagume or something like that. They need to do something. They really do. The goalkeeper situation is great. I'm very happy we solved the goalkeeper situation. We've lost 3 games because of the drop points or lost games because of the goalkeeper situation in 3 games, guys. 3 mistakes, 3 games. Exactly what we've been talking about all summer. The goalkeeper situation should have been fixed months ago. It should have been fixed months ago, of course. Absolutely. Big up Tyborg, big up Johnny. Thank you so much for joining me. Good morning, Natty. How you doing, my friend? Are we doing well? Good morning. Antony is a mercenary. He wants us to pay for doing nothing. He didn't even play for us last season, and he wants us to do everything for him. Why don't we pay him for his time going missing, getting bloody having a court case in Brazil? So if we do not get midfielder, they are incompetent owners. Yeah. Natty, Sal, why may he want to live? Why do he not want to fight for his place? Because this is the attitude of the modern day footballer, Natty. The modern day footballer thinks they've made it too soon because they've got a lot of money. They've made it too soon. They play for England. By the way, the England squad was atrocious. Tuchel, what are you doing? But anyway, in regards to Manu, I would say that, it's typical of what our culture is at this football club right now. This is what we've been banging on about all summer. This culture at the football club, these mercenaries at this football club, this asbestos at this football club. It's a poison. It's basically a virus at this football club, that is spreading rapidly. And we just can't stem the virus. And we got these players who carry on doing these kind of things. And then people cry, oh, why is Manu not playing? They're not looking at it. They're not looking at it from the outset. Fight for your goddamn place. Stop moaning and fight for your goddamn place. That's what you got to do. Fight for your place. Don't moan. Get on with it. Fight for your badge. The club you supposedly support. Exactly. Big up, Natty. Big up Benny, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up Randall, hope you're doing well. So here we go. I hope soon, definitely, in regards to definitely there's going to be some news this over the weekend. There's definitely going to be news about Rasmus. There's going to be news about obviously Senny Lemens. Of course, guys, those 2 players in particular will be leaving the football, coming to the football club and leaving the football club respectively. So the minimum, it should be about 2 deals done this weekend. Of course, guys, we did think it was 3. It would have been Antony, of course, but you know what? It should be at minimum 2 deals done this weekend, but it's not enough. Bringing Senny Lemens in is not enough. We need far more than Senny Lemens, guys. Absolutely. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hope everyone is blessed. United Giants TV. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Morning, Sal. Is it here we go ×2? I think it will be. I think Rasmus Højlund and Senny Lemens will be here we go. Very, very soon. Definitely. Hopefully over this weekend it will be, as I stated on the thumbnail. But hopefully it will be done very soon and we can move on. And hopefully on the deadline day, we can produce a madness. Hopefully we can do a madness. Is it likely? Very unlikely. Looking at the way Ineos do their business and stuff like that is very unlikely. But what I would say is that they need to do something because this team is not good enough. As I said earlier, this team can let you down against Grimsby Town. How do they expect us to have the character to go up that league and to qualify for the Champions League and that? Guys, absolutely. Good morning, Kyle. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Tenzing, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Man United Brothers has far from back and no trust on the keeper. Bringing in Lamens will give a huge boost to the confidence to the players and the fans. I agree, Tenzing. Big up, Tenzing. Hope you're doing well. Very good goalkeeper, by the way, Senny Lemens. You're going to see that. A lot of people are saying about his age, about he's too young, he's unproven. Trust me, guys. Senny Lemens is going to be an absolute coup. He's going to be a brilliant goalkeeper, guys. Remember when Petr Cech went to Chelsea? He's that kind of goalkeeper. And Petr Cech went to Chelsea when he was young. David De Gea went to Man United when he was younger. There you go. Big up, Chow. I think Amram will walk after tomorrow's game. Not if he wins. I don't think so. Natty, Sal, why people are mad with Amram press conference? He has telling the truth. Because people just want to beat him with every stick they could possibly beat him with. They want to, because they're already Ruben Amram'd out, they want to start, knocking him for being a little bit emotional, having a little bit of heart, having a little bit of honesty. When you have this, when you have a man that is honest, this is a man that you want. It's not about immaturity and that, which I read yesterday, which was ridiculous. It's not about immaturity. It's not anything about that. It's about being real. And if he's real, then obviously that gets fed to obviously to the players and stuff like that. That he's honest and open with these players. He's honest and open when they're not good enough. He knows they're not good enough. He knows it. The only thing is that he can't come out and say that these players are crap. He meant what he said against Grimsby. He meant what he said last year when he said this is the worst Man United team in history. He meant that. I guarantee you he meant that. He had to refrain from it because, obviously it caused a lot of controversy and stuff like that. But it was true. prove us otherwise that this is not the worst Man United team in history, because it is the worst Man United team in history, isn't it? Big up, Natty. Lee, the day the club was floated on the stock exchange, it was effed. I mean, wouldn't I love what I would love, Lee? I would love it to be a 50+1 ownership like the German model, guys. The fans own the football club. That would be absolutely fantastic. But unfortunately, the fans are not united at Man United. Funny enough, ironically, we're called Man United. We're the most divided team there is in world football, because we're always arguing about petty stuff. Even though it's on our side, we're arguing about something to argue just for the sake of arguing. And that's the problem with it at the end of the day. And this is why we can't get the Glazers out. This is why we can't do a 50+1 ownership. This is why, because we're all arguing about petty things and we're right, you're wrong, and stuff like that. And that's what happens, you know. And what does that contribute to? It contributes to the Ineos and the Glazers saying, look at them, they're just arguing amongst themselves. Let them argue amongst themselves, you know. Let them argue amongst themselves, you know. Natty, Sal, unless we clear out clear out who are not good enough for Manchester United, there's no change. Absolutely. Irfan, is Man United can have a new CM and a goalkeeper and a slow FC is back? I hope so. Sal, do you sell Manu if we get a Baleba? It depends what the offer is, my friend Natty. If we get a good offer for Manu, look, at the end of the day, Manu had problems. People seem to forget in this last season that Manu had problems with it. Obviously, there was rumors about the wage. He wanted 200 grand a week, something like that, around that number. And Manu has been a little bit of a mercenary himself. And look, guys, this is no coincidence. We're talking about the culture at this football club. Him as well. Yeah, him as well. He wants more money for doing nothing. He wants money for doing nothing, and that is basically what it is at the end of the day. He played last season. Even Ruben Amorim tried to squeeze him in the team last season in number 10, and he didn't play well. Sorry, but that's just the nature. That's the birds and the bees there, right there, isn't it? He didn't play well at the end of the day. And people think, oh, you know what? Forget about that. He should play anyway. You know, he might play today. Morning, William. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hope you're blessed, my friend. Good to see you. EDZ Music, what's going on? Ed's Music, hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I would keep Antony as a backup for fight back, but not play him until there is an injury to our right backs. He will go in January to get away with play. I mean, I'm a bit conflicted with that Ed's Music, because imagine he comes into the team and he doesn't play well. It's a bit like Kobe Manu, isn't it? Kobe Manu might be a little bit disgruntled because he's not playing often enough and he wants to leave. And imagine he gets in the team. It's that little bit, there's those little bit of fine margins that, you know, you're not quite at it because you want something or you're upset and stuff like that. That's my, obviously, bone with Antony, especially Antony, because Antony's so set his heart on Batiste. Apart from the money-wise, he doesn't want it that badly, of course. He's so set his heart on the Batiste that he might come back to Man United and act like an absolute brat. You know, we all know what's happened with obviously Jadon Sancho. We know what's happened with Antony. No, with Antony now, yes. And with obviously Rashford and players like that, don't we? Stanley, what went wrong with the Antony deal? Is it Real Batiste trying to please her? Basically, what it is, Stanley Matthews, is that here we go. Man United and sorry about that. Man United and Real Batiste agreed a fee of 25 million plus a 10%, 50% sell-on clause, which is fine. Man United agreed to that, right? Fantastic. Then Real Batiste, they should have known anyway, learned of Antony's wage, basically depth. Basically, Man United owe Antony about 6 million euros in wages, right? So basically, Batiste want Manchester United to pay that 6 million. They want Man United to pay that 6 million. For Antony sitting on his backside last season and contributed towards Real Batiste doing what they did last season, Man United didn't get a penny out of that, and now they're trying to get more money out of Man United for the deal. Mercenaries to the absolute. But listen, let me tell you this: Batiste are scumbags, absolute scumbags, shameless scumbags. That's what Real Batiste are. You know, they knew about this before they put in the offer yesterday. They knew about this, and now all of a sudden, with a few days to go, they're like, "Oh, you know what? You got to pay that money owed to Antony because we're not paying that." No, and Antony's like, "Yeah, you should pay my money. You should pay my money." And you know what? If Antony really wants to go to Batiste, he's got to sacrifice that little bit of P. He's got to sacrifice that little bit of money, right? He's not going to do that. Then Antony, I'm sorry, my friend. Under 21s, you go, sit on your backside, work, earn your wage. You're not, that's it. Cost your World Cup place. That is what Man United should do. Forget about it. Don't bow down to their needs, because I know what's happened here. What's happened is that they saw the deal with Garnacho. They saw the Garnacho deal, Man United and Chelsea. They saw that deal and they thought, Chelsea have really mugged off Man United with that deal. When in theory, we needed to get rid of Garnacho anyway, but we got 40 million in. But anyway, this is what Betis are thinking. They've really been fleeced with that deal in regards to Garnacho. So what we're going to try and do, Antony, we're going to try and get Man United to pay the money that you're owed on your contract, which is 6 million. And that's what we're going to do. And he's like, yeah. And it's disgraceful at the end of the day, really disgraceful. And don't bow down to it. Look, at the end of the day, we sell Antony. We can't invest that money straight away anyway. That money's going to take time to clear. We're not going to get that money straight away. So at the end of the day, look, might as well just say, okay, Antony, you're going to wait until January. The next time you move from Man United is January. You're not going anywhere now, mate. Sit on your backside. If you don't come to the football club and you don't train properly, you are putting the club in disrepute. You're committing gross misconduct. And that is what we should say. And you won't get paid. You get fined week's wages. Absolutely. Big up, Stanley. Welsh, the money we got from Garnacho, we use it on Martinez. Didn't Villa want around 40 million? They did. I don't know what's happened with Martinez, to be honest, Welsh United 95. But it does look like Man United are going in for a young keeper in regards to Seny Menez. And listen, Welsh United 95, mate. I do believe that Seny Menez is a very good goalkeeper. I think he's going to be a great goalkeeper, and it's a great signing. I do believe that. And, Seny Menez, he's 23 years old. He's going to be the generational goalkeeper going forward. He's going to be the next one through. Trust me. And if he went to another club, we're going to see that. I've been watching him for a year, and I think this guy, every single time I watch this guy, I'm thinking, this is what Man United need. Man United need this guy to keep it. Now, look, I like Emi Martinez. I do like Emi Martinez, but Seny Menez is 20 million cheaper. So Man United will sign Seny Menez probably over the weekend. Here we go. We get an Ornstein bomber. Hopefully we'll sign Seny Menez over the weekend. And then we can move on to the midfield, we hope. Obviously, deadline day is notoriously quiet for Man United, but I hope we change the record on that, because we do need someone, even if we got a right wing back, something, please, because, we need to improve this squad, guys. And guys, Man United against Burnley, same colour. Man United against Burnley today, really, really need to win that game. I cannot stress how important it is for Manchester United to beat Burnley today. I cannot stress how it is. Big up Welsh United 95, thank you so much. And big up Ellen, the legend. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Big up Paul. How you doing? Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Glasner, how are Amarim for the job? No, thank you, King Jam. Glasner plays the same formation as Amarim. And basically, look, you know what? I am backing Amarim, King Jam. Sorry, bruv, but I'm backing Amarim. I'm backing him all the way. If he don't improve his results, King Jam, I'm not going to be blindly supporting someone. But you know what? Second game in the season, mate. Let's see what happens, mate. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the support. Big Ed Simuzet, big up the Old Trafford. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. Antony Saga is next level. I think Antony is light in the head as he cannot. Mate, he's a rat, mate. It's as simple as that. That's all I can say. He's a mercenary. He's a rodent. That's what he is at the end of the day, because the way they're acting, these players are acting spoiled. Look at Sancho. Sancho doesn't want to move from the football club because he knows that if he stays at Man United or he goes on loan, he can run down his contract and then get a big, massive payoff at the next club he signs for on a Bosman. And this is the problem. Where do we get these players from? For goodness sake, do we not study these players before they sign them? My goodness me. It is an absolute circus at the moment. Absolute chaos. And like I said, guys, in regards to defense of Ruben Amorim looked at Man United from the outside and saw this big, amazing building with potential. He walked in and it's derelict. And there's a mess everywhere, asbestos everywhere, infecting everyone in the building. Now, it doesn't take 5 minutes to fix this. It doesn't take, 6 months to fix this. It takes, because sometimes it can take a couple of years to get this in order. And look, he's had 3 players brought in. 3 players brought in. Loads of players are going out the door. Squad is small. He needs more players. Look, guys, I am hesitant to think. I'm scared to think what would happen if, basically we get a couple of injuries, guys, especially in the defensive area. If we get a couple of injuries in the defensive area, my goodness me. Boniface, good morning. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good morning, my friend. I hope you're blessed. Good to see you. Stanley, Sal, do you think Ruben will play Mainu today? I hope he does. We can't see him as a team where academy players are most unhappy. Stanley, I hope that Ruben Amorim picks the team to win the game, and that's all I care about. I just care about Manchester United. Yes, Mainu should be playing more. I agree. But what can we do? What can we do? At the end of the day, Ruben Amorim, He's going to live and die on his sword. And I've said that most times. This is why I will support the manager. And I'll tell you why, because, we can't do nothing about it. And all we can do is just hope that he's successful. And that's all I can do. And I like the lad. I like the guy. I like him. And I think he's going to be a brilliant manager. People forget he's 40 years old as well, only. I just turned 40. And he's managing Manchester United. He's obviously a very talented player. And if you scroll back to when he was at Sporting Lisbon, look at some of the videos of when he was at Sporting Lisbon. Look at how the players respected him. He's a great manager. And if Mainu is not ready, if Mainu is not in his plans, if he's the second choice, then Mainu needs to work harder. Because I'm not under any illusions that Mainu has been brilliant for Man United. Mainu had one good season at Man United. And that is it. And he was poor when last season. He was poor when he came on. He had one good game. I remember the game. It was Lyon. I remember it. And they had one good game. One good game, sorry. And in regards to that, look, I'm sorry, but I agree with Mainu needs to play more. I agree with that. But Mainu needs to, there's obviously something there, isn't there? Now, I would do this. I don't rate Ahmad as a right wing back. I don't rate Dalot as a right wing back. I would move in Bumo to the right, move Fernandez up to the number 10, and I'll bring in Mainu as the number 8. That's what I'll do. Because Mbumo has been playing that right wing for Brentford. He's been playing that all his career. So I will play that. And at least with that, guys, he can get the crosses in to Sesko, Breaking news, Ruben Amorim has been sacked. Mate, shut up. Irfan, stop it, mate. Mainly 60 million for Baleba. I'll take that, mate, all day long. Sal, hope you're good, my friend. Big up, my G. Hope you're doing Jelani. Good to see you again. Good to see you. Good, my friend. Sal, what do you make of Real Betis asking United to help them pay for Antony? Scumbags. That's what I would say, Davis. That's absolute scumbags. Broke scumbags. And that's what it is at the end of the day. Shameless scumbags. That is what Real Betis are. Just a shameless bunch of scumbags. Absolutely. Clint, good morning. If Antony wants money, send him to Saudi. Yeah, I mean, they wanted him, didn't they, as well? William, nothing but 3 points today. Let's get this. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Don't forget to join me for the watch along today, guys. I can't wait for it. Looking forward to it. 2:30 UK time. I will be live, guys. So don't forget to join me for that. Davis asks, if I was United's manager, I would say it's all right. Forget him and don't bother. That's it. Send him to the reserves. That's what you got to do. Ellen, Antony can't be worse than Dalot at right wing back. I hope Mazri. He can't be worse than Ellen, but it's the mentality, isn't it? Will Antony want to play for Man United ever again? Look, when you're thinking about Premier League football, it's fine margins that determine third from fourth, fourth from fifth, sixth from seventh. That is what it is. Fine margins, and that's the same with players. If Antony has this small element of doubt in his head that he doesn't want to play for Manchester United, he shouldn't be playing for Manchester United. Right back, left back, right wing, left wing, nothing. Number 10, nothing. Because it's dangerous for Manchester United to do that. We've already got enough mercenaries. We've already got enough toxicity within the club to be bowing down to Antony and start playing Antony. In Bumo on the right, play Bruno number 10, play Mainu as number 8. You can keep the same formation. I guarantee you it will work. And that's what we need to do. Think outside the box a little bit. And that's what I would say. Big up, Freddie B. How you doing, my friend? We're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you again. Of course, big up Natty, of course. Sal, we give Mainu to Brighton on loan and take Baleba on loan if obligation to buy. I don't think they would do that. I don't think Brighton would do that, my friend. Absolutely not. And it's very difficult loan deals as well. Very short in the window as well. Morning, lad. Antony is also holding us ransom, not willing to listen to anyone except Batista. Absolutely. And he's been let off here. I've seen some fans out there saying that, oh, poor Antony. He's done so well. He's been good. He hasn't said anything about Man United. He's been well behaved and he's treated the club with respect. What? I'm like, oh, goodness me. Are these people not right in their head? Are they not right in their head? What are they talking about? This guy has been holding the club to ransom for months. There's been other teams. There's been Bayer Leverkusen who've been interested in Antony. Juventus have been interested in Antony. Leipzig have been interested in Antony. I think even Bayern Munich were interested in Antony. But no, he wants to go to Betis and nothing else, limiting the opportunity to sell him. Now, he wants always, and then we get an offer, and then we're happy. We got a 25 million offer, 50 million a sell-on clause. Happy, everyone's delighted. And then he's like, I want my money. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Really can't. Neil, game day lads, don't be a scouser. Drop a like. Thank you so much, Neil. Absolutely. Don't forget to drop a like, guys. Very important as well, guys. I've got 204 people. In theory, at least you get 50% of that, shouldn't I? It should be 100 likes, shouldn't it? Come on. I'm not asking for much. Come on, guys. Ellen, personally, I think everything on personally, I put everything on Raul Batiste. I do as well. Antony already agreed to wage cut to get to the move. If Raul Batiste want him that bad, pay the money. Pay him what he's owed. Pay him what he's owed. They're already getting a discount price. They're already getting a discount price. They already benefited from Antony last year through the goodness of Manchester United. We gave them Antony, and it contributed to them qualifying. I think they're in the Champions League, are they? You know, it contributed to them getting in the Champions League. If I'm not wrong, or they're in the Europa League, one of them anyway. But listen, and now they want more. I mean, these clubs are just seriously not serious. Honest to God, absolutely. It's like Dabby says, it's like asking a used Ferrari dealer to pay for the car because they cannot afford the Peugeot. Absolutely, it's embarrassing, Dabby says. It's embarrassing on behalf of Batiste. It's embarrassing as a football club. Real Batiste, you know Real Batiste, the club that spent the most on the player in the 90s, which was Denelson. Remember when Denelson went to Real Batiste? He was the world's most expensive player. That club, Yardell, that club. You know, that club right there, Joaquin, that club right there. Real Batiste we're talking about. And they're embarrassing themselves. I thought Man United were the embarrassment. I think Real Batiste are taking that honor right now. My goodness me. Stanley, I think Real Batiste and Antony are playing us. We shouldn't be succumbing. I agree, Stanley. I agree 100%. If we succumb to this, we look weak. They're trying to play a game. I agree, Stanley. They're playing a game. They want Man United to bow down. They've looked at the Garnacho transfer. They looked at Man United throughout history, and they thought, you know what? Let's wait a little while. Let's wait. Let's try and get some more money out of them. Let's squeeze them. But what little do they know? We're not with Murto anymore. We're not with Woodward anymore. Shouldn't be happening anymore. This won't happen anymore. You know? And my advice to Ineos will say, okay, look, put him in the reserves. And unless he comes out and apologizes to Manchester United and the fan base, guys, he's going to be staying in the reserves. And what's that going to do? That's going to jeopardize his position as a Brazilian international. And he was in the last Brazilian squad, right? So he's the one who's going to count. How many World Cups do you get? This is what I'm talking about. I come from a generation where players would want to play in the World Cup, you know, regardless of what it is. I just want to play in the World Cup. Yeah. Forget about that. I just want to play, and I want to play in the World Cup. You know, and here we are, mercenaries, left, right, and so every time I turn around, there's another mercenary, and it's ridiculous. Tommy Ghost, big up, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Stanley. Man United owners are the worst. We finished 15th, and the only thing in their mind is upgrading the stadium to get more money in the pocket. Look, I just feel like Man United are in such a mess right now. And look, I'm going to be real with you guys, right? Man United, just like Ruben Amorim, Ineos came into Man United, whether they should have purchased a club or not, if they couldn't afford it, they came into Man United in an absolute shit show, basically, right? And Man United are an absolute mess and have been a mess for the last 12 years, right? The reason I wanted to force out Apple, Amazon, whoever it was, Qatar, whoever it was, I wanted to force out because I respect what people do. They bought the club with 27%. Okay, great. But the problems at Man United, I think they weren't even aware of. I don't think they envisioned the depth of problems at this football club. Because when you're just thinking about on a financial level. When you're going into sort of buy Manchester United, you're thinking of a financial level, depth, this, that. You're not thinking of petulant little children like Antony, like Sancho, like Rashford, like Garnacho. You're not thinking of these players. You're thinking of just purchasing a football club with professional footballers. They've come into this football club, just like Ruben Amorim came into this football club, and they've seen the absolute mess at this football club. They're mess at this football club, you know, to the point that these players would down tool against Grimsby Town and get knocked out of the League Cup. The kind of players that we are, manipulative, don't want to put the effort in, haven't got the attitude to play, you know. Now, I say it's just beggars belief, doesn't it, at the end of the day? And it's difficult to say. Look, you know, one thing I would say is that Man United need to do business this today or tomorrow, because at the end of the day, we're going to be left in a bit of a pickle come this season, guys. Big up, Tommy. Sal, my fear is Lamens do some of our fans be patient for him. He will be all right. The great thing about Senny Lamens, Natty, is that Senny Lamens has his head screwed on. Hopefully he does anyway, but theoretically talking, he has his head screwed on. And he's above his age. And what I would say is patience is a virtue, and we have to be patient with him. Of course we do. But let me tell you this right now, Natty. He's going to be better than Anana and bloody Bayern there combined. Let me tell you that right now. He's going to be the best goalkeeper in the world. Let me tell you that right now. I am putting pressure on him. I know I shouldn't do that. But I'm telling you guys, this guy is going to be one of the best, if not the best goalkeeper in the world in a couple of years. Let me tell you that. Sal, what do you think of Angelo Stiller? He looks damn good. He is good, Stanley. Man United called their interest, apparently, though, Stanley, on him. And they called their interest on him. I don't know why. Price tag, maybe. Very good player. Fantastic player. I've been speaking about him for months now. And Man United, there was a stage when it looked like Angelo Stiller was the guy that was going to be the guy to be the midfield player. Look, it's not over. We got until tomorrow. I do like Angelo Stiller. I think he's a fantastic player. We got until tomorrow to do business. There's obviously loads of players out there that I would like. Everyone knows my preference. I would love to have Adam Wharton. I think Adam Wharton is our Michael Carrick. I don't think that deal's going to be done. I think that then Crystal Palace are not going to sell Adam Wharton now. Definitely not now, unless we offer 100 million or something like that, which is not going to happen. But yeah, look, you know what? Angelo Stiller would have been an option. Lamine Kamara, Lucien Agume, Yavi Guerra, Yori Giza of Athletic Bilbao as well. There's players out there that we can quite possibly entice to come to Man United in the next 48 hours. 7 o'clock on Monday, it closes the window, of course. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But if we get the goalkeeper in there, that is a big step, because 3 games, 3 goalkeeper mistakes, and we can't carry on like this. Big moments in games, goalkeepers aside, big moments in games. The Arsenal game, for example, we wouldn't have lost to Arsenal. I think we might have even beaten them because Arsenal wouldn't have sat back and rested on their laurels and kept the 1-0 lead. Big up Stanley. Guys, one thing I would add, right, is that we are Man United fans. Every single one of us are Man United fans, and we're incredibly passionate. And what relates us to each other is that we all want what's best for Manchester United, right? That's what we want. And whether it's selling Antony for money, we're not thinking about it on a money point of view, like, oh, we got money for it. We're thinking about, we could put it in the squad. We could sign a player. We could do that. That's what we want. That's what we want. Ultimately, because that money's not going to us. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, ultimately, we want success on the football pitch. Every single one of us, we have a common bond here. Right, we want success on the football pitch, hopefully, and we want a successful Manchester United, and that is what we want on here. That's what we want. That's what it's all about, of course. I hope Lamens comes in, probably today or tomorrow. I hope so. Don't be surprised if it's Monday, though. You know what they're like. But that's what Man United do. You know what I mean? But I'm going to support him, and that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully it works. He is still young, and we need confidence in the back. I agree, my friend. Absolutely nil. Man United, let's be honest, guys. Man United, in regards to the back line, we've got a few good players there. If we get Lamens, we're going to have Lamens. We're going to have Lenny Yoro. We're going to have Aidan Heaven. Quite a decent back line, isn't it? And Fredrickson, I think Fredrickson will be a great player eventually. He's still not there, in my opinion, physically. But Lenny Yoro, obviously Aidan Heaven, and obviously we've got Kulungi, we've got Fredrickson. Obviously, if we add Lamens at the back, and we've got Dorgu as well, we got a bright future. Mantato as well can play on that right wing. We've got a bright future, guys, and I think we should be a little bit zealous, but, obviously we're very down at the moment because we're not fixing the squad that we need to fix, of course, in the midfield. Amram is the man. Big up Kim Jane. Big up my friend. Absolutely. I think it's time to start digging. Look for positives, not negatives. There is no quick fix, only blood, sweat, and tears. From now on, we need to get behind our team and dig hard. There's no other choice, Ellen, than to get behind our team. It's counterproductive. It's counterproductive for us to come out here and slate the manager, absolutely slate that. I mean, look, we can want what we want. The only players I'm going to slate right now are the players that are being mercenaries right now. They're the players I'm going to slate because they shouldn't be playing. They shouldn't be at Man United. But in regards to the manager and stuff, I don't find it productive unless you want Man United to lose. I don't find it productive to be going in on the manager, especially looking at the context of what's going on at the moment, looking at every single thing that has been going on this last 6 months, 7 months, Big up, my friend, EZ Music. Big up. Good to see you here, my guy. William, Antony was a red flag when we bought him. He went on strike at his last club. I thought about this, William Logan. You're absolutely spot on. He went on strike. But look, listen, we're not Ajax, right? And this is what we should remember. This is what Antony thinks we're Ajax. He thinks he's going to get his own way. This is what he's doing now. He's thinking to himself, I did this at Ajax. I'm going to do it again at Manchester United, and I'm going to get my own way. This is what I think he's thinking. It's not going to happen. I don't know why all of our outgoings seem to have such drama and discounting on them, because they have the power, Old Trafford. They have the power. They're egotistical. They think that they are owed things from the football club because they failed. Maybe it's a defense mechanism. I don't know. But one thing is for sure, it's an absolute shambles. And we need to ensure that in future, we do not have power on the players. We need to put stipulations in the contracts or something, because we need to stop this from happening, because this is happening far too often. The Sancho situation, the Phil Jones situation, just sitting down, running contracts out and things like that. You know, and we need to stop this now. This is the cultural problem at the football club that needs to be absolutely diluted and fixed. Lee Davies, don't think any football fan base understands what the Bosman ruling meant for the future. I don't think they did. I remember when it happened, it put a huge amount of pressure on the football clubs, and absolutely rewarding for the players. Everything is all down to what the players want. The players win at the end of the day. A player can run down his contract, sit on his backside, run down his contract, and get a big payoff at his next club. What kind of message does that send? You know? What kind of message does that send? There needs to be a little bit more thinking about these rules. There needs to be some kind of technicalities in rules and stipulations in these rules that, you know, can prevent these things happening and protecting the football club at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, the football club always loses with these players, and it shouldn't be like that, because the football club are the ones that look after the players. The football club are the ones that pay the wages. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Good morning, Gray. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Sal, morning, brother. Hope you're well. 188, only 40 likes. Come on, guys. 50 likes. 50 likes is the level, guys. Absolutely. I love Gray's picture. Love it. Absolutely. So please, everyone, can you smash the like and subscribe buttons and show your appreciation for Sal? Brilliant, Chow. Thank you so much, guys. And by Christmas, if we get to 20,000 subscribers, I've got a treat for y'all. Absolutely. We'll see what happens, of course. Far away there at the moment. We need to get it. Neil, none of them have been consistent, so the sale of any of them is valid. Unfortunately, it's going to be a young one until we can offload the older ones. The older ones don't care, mate. They don't care. They're at a certain age where they're like, you know what, give me my money or I'm not going anywhere. And what we need to do is call their bluff. We need to call their bluff, and we need to say, okay, mate, all right, good luck in the under 21s. You know what I mean? Good luck in the under 21s. You know what I mean? At Brisbane Road, I go over there and play over there in the under 21s, mate. Go on. You know, that's what we need to do. We can't bow down to it. Absolutely, Neil. Tommy, Amram is the only manager that will bring United back to glory days. I back Amram all day. Me too, mate. I agree. Stanley, when asked about Brighton's exceptional success in talent spotting, Herzela said, we just don't look for talent, but equally look at the work ethics. It's recruitment strategy flawed, Sal? Yes, because we need to scroll back to what Alex Ferguson needs to do. It's exactly what Brighton do right now. Alex Ferguson used to get to know the family. He used to take the family out for dinner. He used to get to know about whether the player's married, if he's got a girlfriend, what he likes to do, what he likes to eat, what's his hobbies, and things like that. That's what we used to do. Nowadays, we go to look at players. He's a good player. Let's sign him. Look, guys, I hope that's changed. I look at the signing of Acuna, and I look at the signing of Mbumo. I look at the signing of Lenny Yoro. I look at the signing of maybe Dorgu, and I look at that, and I do see different characteristics in these players slightly. You know what I mean? I mean, it is early days. Of course, it's early days, but I do see characteristics in these players that I think are different to what we've been doing over the years in regards to the Sanchos, the Antonys, and stuff like that. Brighton, yeah, they're good at scouting players, but that is what Brighton do, scout. If there was a trophy for scouting, they'll win it, but they don't win trophies. You know, they just go out there to fight, to make money, you know, and that's what they do. That's why they sign the unknown players and attitude and with good attitudes and stuff like that, you know, absolutely. But yeah, they are very good at it, and I think we need to adopt a similar mold, maybe get that guy at the football club, you know. Batista, the Spanish scouser, I mean, they're going to pay in installments, food stamps. Raul Batista, shameless. We should never look at doing any business with them going forward. A big up, Easton. How you doing, my friend? I'm good to see you again. Absolutely. No business at all no more. We need to stand our feet on the ground. I know we're going to lose up to 30 odd million. I know that. That's life. But we need to dig our feet firmly in the ground and say, this is how you want to treat this football club. This is what you need to get. We need to make Man United scary again. We need to be in a position where if players think in their head, if I F up, I'm going to be out the door. I'm going to be in the reserves. That's what we need to get. We need to get to that period again where I can't F up here. Otherwise, I'm going in the reserves and I won't get my way. We shouldn't bow down to it. Okay, Antony, is that what you want? You want 6 million for Man United? Okay. And earn your 6 million in the under 21s. Goodbye. And that's what they should do. Morning, Daryl. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you're blessed, my friend. Hope you're good. Good to see you. Hope you're blessed. Having a great weekend, of course. Of course, guys. Absolutely. Players who don't want to leave, better to stay and blame until the next window. Stay at home until the next window. No point bringing them back into the team. No, exactly. No point bringing them back into the team and play them in the reserves. That's it. Make them work for their money. Make them work. Make them clean things. Do something. You know, that's what they need to do. You know, tea lady and stuff. You know, make them do something at the end of the day. Absolutely, Vishwa. Big up, Vishwa. Thank you for joining the stream. You are spot on, Sal. Clayton, Boomer, all right, in back, and Bruno as a number 10, and Casemiro as a number 6, and Mainu as a number 8. Ahmad is only in up to it. The mark now. I agree, Stanley. Look, we have to think outside the box here. We have to think. I think there's a couple of other content creators who said the same as me. Play in Boomer on the right. Play Mainu in the middle. Play Bruno as number 10. I think there's a few people who have said that. And I think that is the best way forward at the moment to make Bruno happy, to make Mainu happy. And then we see what happens. And then we can negotiate it from there and see if we can win games. Then great, it works. But Ruben Amorim needs to think outside the box a little bit. And Bruno's been playing on the right all his whole career. He will do that position perfectly, probably the better than Ahmed. But Ahmed needs to hold the bench for a little while. Yeah, I'm sorry, but he does. I think Ahmed needs to hold the bench for a little while, in my opinion. Absolutely. Big up, Stanley. Much love to you, brother. Appreciate you every day. Grayo, 50 cents, 2 likes. Come on, guys. Please smash the buttons. Let's get to 100 likes. It takes 2 seconds. Thank you. So 52. Come on, guys. Let's get up to 100. Can we get to 100? I don't know. Probably by the end of today. Barman, big up, Barman. Long time no see. What's going on? Sal, any hope to send this Pratt to the janitors? Pick up, Barman. Yes. Hopefully we do. We should do it. Say, all right, you don't want to play for Man United. You don't want to do that. All right, mate. Enjoy the janitor. Enjoy sweeping the floor. Enjoy cleaning the gym. You know, that's what he needs to do. Make the tea. You know, that's what he needs to do. We need to make, look, guys, realistically speaking, what we need to do is just say, okay, Antony, you don't want to play for Man United. You want that money for Man United so you can go to Betis. You want us to pay for you to go to Betis. It's just sickening, isn't it? When you think about it, you're like, my goodness me. It's sickening. My goodness me. I can imagine what's going on behind the scenes, guys. If I was a fly on the wall, I can imagine what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, unbelievable madness, you know, this football club. Rasmus, Rashford, Malacia, and Garnacho, only 2 players left. I can live with that. Sancho looks done with football and will run down his contract. Antony will go in January. Maybe Sancho can do some promotional work with us. Maybe he can do some commercial deals in regards to gaming and things like that. Maybe he can do that. I don't know. Probably something like that at the end of the day. Malacia looks like he's going to Elche in Spain. Hopefully that goes through. So we could have a few. Here he goes, guys. It's going to be a busy few days. I can envision it being a busy few days this next few days. And so be it. I just pray that Man United win today. I just want Man United to win today. We need Man United to win today. And that is the bottom line is what happens on the pitch. And we win because we can't draw this game even. We need to start winning now. We can't have 2 points after 3 games, you know? Absolutely not. Or 1 point after 3 games. It's absolute disgrace. Neil, United paid Ferrari price for Antony when he was a Peugeot. Yeah, absolutely, my friend. I agree with that, Neil. We got mugged off, mate. Good morning, Riverson. How you doing, my friend? I remember Denelson in 1997, a total flop. Yorkine, good though. But yeah, Real Betis wasted our time with this Antony. So yeah, Denelson 1997 came to Real Betis. Step over merchant, of course. Step over merchant. I remember him. But you know what? One thing about him, I think he went to the wrong club. It was a shock when he went to Real Betis. Obviously, he didn't go to one of the big guns, Barcelona or Real Madrid. He went to Real Betis, which was a shock. And they spent 22 million, I think, over 22 million, which was a record at that time. And he flopped, right? And since then, Real Betis have been in La Liga 2, Liga B. They've been lower divisions. And they've been struggling over the years. They have. And now they're falling out with Man United. This is what they're trying to do. Let's look at it realistically here. They're falling out with Man United. It's their choice to fall out with Man United. Morning, Dembo. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, of course. Hope you're well, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. We need 3 points to not spoil my birthday today. Happy birthday, Denbo. Bloody hell. Why do I think you're younger than 45? Anyway, happy birthday, Denbo. Hope you have a fantastic day, mate, and hope Man United do the business today, Denbo. Absolutely, guys. Pop in for the watch along if you like, but I hope you enjoy your birthday, mate. Enjoy it, my friend. Smash the like, subscribe. Thank you so much, Nachi, you legend. Big up yourself. Hey, big up Saviour. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Blaber and Lemon signings will be 70% of our signings, and I'm going to take that from there and improve the team. I agree with that. I mean, if it was me, Saviour, if it was me, my friend, I would fight for that Blaber transfer. Get the Lemons one done, and I will fight for that Blaber transfer. I would. And if it's not Blaber, you know, if they do not believe us, of course, excuse the pun, we go and get Lamine Kamara, Lucien Agume. Look, try for Wharton. See what happens. You know, you never know. You know, or look at other midfielders there, guys. Guys, I want to talk a little bit about England. You know, I looked at the lineup, the squad for England, and I'm absolutely appalled. I am. I looked at it, and it doesn't look like it looks like a championship team. I mean, no, it looks like a lower Premier League team, even worse. And I was looking at the players, I'm like, oh my goodness me. Jordan Henderson, guys. Jared Bowen, Jordan Henderson. Where did Rashford? What? Just because Rashford signed for Barcelona, he gets an automatic buy into the England squad. You can't write this stuff, isn't it? It's ridiculous. Easton, the thing is, Antony thinks we want him gone more than him. When it comes to PSR, we are good. We'll gladly let him rot in the reserves. Exactly, Easton. He thinks he has all the chips in his favor. He thinks it's all on him. No, guy, he's jeopardizing his own career. You don't get many World Cups in your career. You might only get one. This was his opportunity. This is his big opportunity, because if he misses this World Cup, he's not getting in another World Cup, 2030 World Cup. He's not getting in that World Cup. The World Cup for him was this one. He's been in the Brazilian squads. Now he's jeopardizing it himself. He wants to jeopardize his own career. Let him do it. Absolutely. It's up to him. Revert 7, he had a good tournoi, to be fair. La Tournoi. I remember the La Tournoi. England lost the La Tournoi, didn't they, to Brazil. England played Brazil and lost 1-0. England beat France 1-0. And it was a Roberto Carlos. It was a friendly tournament, though, Revert 7, mate. Got to the World Cup final in 1998, and obviously we know what happened there. Emski, let offer Antony and Onana to Saudi clubs if they refuse them. Absolutely, put them in the reserves. Hopefully we do something. It's better if Man United do Bill. Milton, good morning. How you doing, my friend? A real saga with Albertines. Big saga. This is going to rumble on, guys. Wait, this is going to rumble on. Absolutely going to rumble on. And what's this? Okay. Antony on loan, 10 million pay all the wages is best we can hope for. I don't think Man United are going to do that, Dembo. Remember, this wasn't even a purchase, guys. I just want to reiterate. This wasn't even a purchase. This was going to be a loan with an obligation, I think. Well, I'm feeling it. I just feel you don't say at the end of the day enough. At the end of the day. I've been saying that all my life, at the end of the day. I should stop saying that. You know what else I say a lot? Absolutely. I say that a lot. It's a sentence filler. It's like putting a filling in your tooth. You know what I mean? It's like a sentence filler. Speaking about tooth, we got a lot of pieces of meat stuck in the teeth at the moment in regards to Manchester United, Antony, and obviously Garnacho's gone. So that's a big piece of meat we've released from our teeth. But we got one other piece of meat, which is two other pieces of meat on both sides, Sancho and Garnacho at the moment. And we need to do that because otherwise our tooth would decay. And we need to let them decay in the reserves, guys. Don't know how we got into that conversation. You know what I mean? But definitely we need to show them the Colgate out the door, guys. Out the gate, out there, guys, and get rid of them. Absolutely, guys. That's what we need to do. There you go. Fantastic. Get rid of these people. Absolute mercenaries. You know, too many of them at the football club. Asbestos. Tommy, we need Blaber and Lemons if we want to see top 8 this season. We do need a lot, mate. I think the goalkeeper will help a lot. It will help a lot, of course. I believe so. Natty, Sal, when the captain of Manchester United are Bruno Maguire, you will now the mentality of the team. Yeah, I know. I do know that. Yeah, absolutely. I think Maguire's a better captain. I'll be honest with you, but I think Bruno's a better player. But Maguire's a bad player. Not the best player. He's not a bad player, but he's not the best defender in the world. He's a bit of Bambi on ice. But I would say that the thing with Maguire, everyone knows his game. Cross that ball on the floor, across the ball, cut back. and he's got a problem. He gets all over the place. And yeah, he's a better captain. I think Man United need to change their captain. I really do believe that. Absolutely. Big up Irv 885 as an Antwerp supporter. Big up Antwerp, Royal Antwerp. Hope you're doing well. Myself, Lemons does have a good head on his shoulders. Definitely not the finished product, but he's already better than Onana and Bayern combined. Thank you, Irv 885, for confirming it for me. Big up Royal Antwerp. We have a good relationship with Royal Antwerp over the years. As people know, we coexisted with each other. We done business with each other in the past. We were sending players to Antwerp and stuff. A great club, and I wish you all the best. And thank you. Please sell him to us. Get him to Man United, because that's what we need, guys. Absolutely. But definitely. Thank you so much, Irv 855. I hope regarding Lamine Sal, I mean, he's going to be anytime soon, guys. Anytime soon. I just worry it's going to catch me while I'm outside. I'm worried about it's going to catch me while I'm outside. Tommy, we have to win today, because today's game, life or death match. It is really. Tommy, it's starting to get into that ground, isn't it, Tommy? It's starting to get into that ground. Rafiq, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Mainly for Belabor swap can also work. Swap deals are notoriously difficult to do, Rafiq, because obviously you've got two agents of the two players, and both those agents are greedy. And one of those agents wants more than the other agent. And then obviously it takes time to negotiate, especially a swap deal like that, of that magnitude. Brighton would be saying that, no, we need money and a loan deal, for Belabor. That's what they're going to say. What Brighton are going to do, they say, yeah, that's true. But you know what? Belabor is worth 100 million. And as we know, Mainu is being touted as being 45 million. So you got to give us 50 million, you know what I mean? And things like that. So it's a difficult one. I would like that, but you know what? I think we'll win today 2-0. I predict. You got the same prediction as me, mate. Guys, absolutely. Everyone wants success, this Avram Glazer. Talk for yourself. Everyone wants success. Well, you don't want success, Avram Glazer. You want failure. I mean, that's probably why you came on here and named yourself Avram Glazer. Can't even spell Avram. I mean, goodness me. It's a horrible name, isn't it? Sorry, mate. Definitely. John Victor, what is 15 news? Is the news? Yeah, John Victor is gone, mate. John Victor's gone. He's already agreed a fee. I'm not sure with Nottingham Forest or something like that. Let me have a look. The West Ham one fell through. John Victor, he's gone, mate. As I told you already, Irfan, he's not going to Man United. I would know if he's going. He's gone to Nottingham Forest. He's gone to Nottingham Forest. He's not coming to Man United, mate. Even though we were talking about him months ago. I'm always optimistic on match day, though. Me too. Give it 20 minutes. Give it 20 minutes of the game. When the game starts, give it 20 minutes, and then I think we're going to change our opinion. Burnley doesn't press high, and they are light Spurs defensively. Might have to have a chance. Let's hope so, mate. Let's hope so. I'm not taking anything for granted these days, of course. Amarim needs to talk with the wingers, because we have a world-class striker who can jump, but there's no crosses in the box. I agree. That's something that we need to do. It's a godsend, isn't it? It's basically a godsend, guys. 62 likes, guys. Can we get to 100 likes, guys? Can we do that, guys? Thank you so much. Big up. Daryl. I back the man who simple drop them to the reserves. Plus, we need a better board. I agree with that, brother. I agree with that absolutely. Nicholas Jackson to Bayern Munich. Here we go. Remember, there was rumors about Nicholas Jackson coming to Man United. Do you remember that? My goodness me. Costa Sesko, the new pass on Ronaldo meme. Absolutely. He will score. Absolutely. Guys, we need to give Ruben and all these really young players the tools to get us back. Patience, breathe. Big up, Ellen. Hope you're well. Of course, and good to see you again. Hi, Sal. Good morning. Did you not try to play Antony on the left flank, seeing as he's a left-footed? No, because what happened, Damien, when Antony wanted, when we tried to put Antony on the left flank or the left wing back or the left right wing back, he told Ruben Amorim to F off. You don't know that, but I know that. Yeah. That is that. You see people, right? They don't see it for the way we see it. So he didn't want to work for the team. You remember that look he gave? He gave that look. You remember that? He didn't want to work for the team. That's it. Yeah, he's a right wing. We can play him right wing back, Charles, can't we? I think that's what we should do. Move Mbumo to the right. Move Bruno to the 10. Move Mainu into the number 8. No shit, Sherlock. And then we got Ahmad on the bench who could come on and cause havoc with his pace. Guys, you know what I mean? Absolutely. RK, big up, RK, how you doing? Do you think we'll buy a keeper and a defensive midfielder next? I think we'll buy a keeper, RK. I wouldn't put my life on a midfielder at the moment, but I hope. You never know in football. Time is ticking. We're going to have to wait and see, guys. I want to say big up to everyone, guys, for joining me today. You're absolute legend. Great conversations here, guys. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to put your notifications on in case I go live with Here He Goes and stuff like that. And don't forget to smash the like. Let's get to 100 likes today if we possibly can. And also, guys, I'm live later on 2:30 UK time for the watch along for Burnley against Man United. Put your notifications on so when I go live, you see me when going live. We have a good chat on those games. A big game as well, guys. So don't forget to join me for that as well. Guys, have a great day, and I'll see you later on for that. And in case, if not, I'll see you earlier if anything breaks. Have a great day. I'm Sal Warner. This is Breaking Dawn. And you know what? Thank you so much. And see you soon. Peace.